Hello, welcome back. Uh, Today I'm going to probably talk and expound a little bit about books. Books that they should probably start teaching kids, if, in all fairness, because they're exposed to junk like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and Reddit, and there's so many. Um, I think and it's so easy because now all these books are probably put into audio form for the simple-minded that can't put together words. But you know, uh, I just can't. I don't know like how it. I don't lack common sense. Thomas Paine. Um, But if you want to get some common sense and you don't have any, instead of reading all those books that are written by people that are got their nose up looking down at people, like most liberals, because I would say like 80% of the books out there today are written by liberals that look down on people and always preaching and telling you how to feel, what to do, how to think. Um, Thomas, no, Milton, Free to Choose, good book. Maybe some that's simple, something easy to read. Um, that's something that you should all if you watch my videos and you know who I am and or watch my videos and stay consistent in watching them. Free to Choose, small book. It's probably on audio already. It's Milton died, a long time ago. So you should. That's the first one. Another one, standard in high school. Well, I don't. I think it was even junior high school. I think I was ninth grade. Animal Farm. That's what we live in. Right? It's like the pigs are freaking liberals. Those are the pigs. If you read our Animal Farm, you know what I'm talking to. Yeah, Animal Farm. Anything by Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged, anything by her. She's great. I'm not trying to only pick on conservative book. Basic Economics. Read that book. This is not just. It's not about just reading books to get knowledge. It's about also expanding thought of mind. Instead of living in this inside of these, inside of one of these, instead of living inside of this, it'll expand your mind, and you'll probably be like better off for it. Um, Road to Serfdom. It's a very hard book to read because it's written in complicated English. I don't know. It's a hard book, but it's a really good book. Uh, Another book about robber barons. I don't remember. Myth of Robber Barons. It's something like that. It's about Vanderbilt and all those guys back there, Rockefeller and guys like that. Really good book. I don't remember. I read it when I was like, I don't know, 20 something. So, long time ago. But instead of being a person who goes out there and talk about something, once you get some knowledge, get some facts. Well, facts don't mean anything anymore. Because everybody's truth is different. My truth is not your truth. I mean, I see this as blue, you might see it as some other color. That's just how the brain works. So it could be your truth that it's another color, and it's my truth that it's blue. I'm just that we can't have that argument anymore because now we live in a world that says my truth matters more than your truth. So that's the end of the subject. There's nothing to discuss, and the ears closed, and they don't hear nothing, and they don't want to. So whatever. But to expand yourself before you talk your truth, maybe you should have something that maybe give you a different viewpoint. And that's just, you know, something that I like to. I mean, like I said, I read all those, not on a daily basis. Once in a while, I'll read Political, Salon, Huffington Post, Fox. I'll, I try not to read anything Washington Post puts out because it's just freaking garbage. It's like the Inquirer. Washington Post is the Inquirer of today. The Inquirer has more facts. And I'll read some Playboy, you know, and sometimes I'll read their articles. You know, it's so, you know, I do it and I try not to gag, but I have that in my knowledge base before I go ahead and say something. And yeah, you know what? Sometimes some of it moves me a little bit to the left or sometimes down the center. But most of the time, if I read it in one of those leftist media outlets, it's repeated again and again and again, and it's like there's no original writing. It's like these guys all have the same thought. They're like hooked up to the same telephone line. Anyway, but I just thought those books would. There's a lot of other ones I like. I like a lot of, Harry Kissinger wrote a good book. I thought it was really good. I know these sound like they're conservative. Yeah, some of them are really conservative. I'm not gonna go with right wing. I don't know what that means. I always, when people say that, it shit don't mean nothing to me. When they say, I think all thought, whether it be right or left, comes from a place of what you believe is the truth. I think I put a video out there a while ago about how you're brought up in this environment. Like I was brought up in an environment that was very left-leaning. You know, my parents, Hillary Clinton, Kennedy. I want to say they were even Walter Mondale fans. You know what I mean? They were fans of like anybody who had a D in front of them, and I had to grow up like had these thoughts inside of me, and when I tried to say, well, I have a different viewpoint, I'm stupid, like I'm shot down automatically because I'm not thinking, but I got past that. And now when people, they say that it's right wing, not whatever, conspiracies. I don't listen to that because it doesn't resonate with me. It's okay, it's like I grew up in like Harlem in the Bronx, right? And a lot of words were thrown around, those prejudice, euphemisms, slurs. They were thrown around. And each other, talking to each other. Yo, what's up? Whatever. So, that in itself, at the time, it was our truth at the structure we lived in. That was our truth. That was how we spoke to us, how we represented each other to each other, and we were like, it was almost a show of like brotherhood, whatever. Was it wrong? It was, it wasn't wrong because that was us. That's how we felt towards one another. There wasn't nothing wrong with that. Now, if somebody said it to us that wasn't in that environment constantly, it would come off in a tone, in an inflection, in a way that you would know they're saying it to be hurtful, not in a way to be like, yeah, we're one in the same. No, it was, you can tell the difference. So that's just like anything, like the interpretation of the Bible, a Torah, a friggin' Quran. Like these guys, these radical Muslims, they take it out of. There's just Muslims, and then there's the radical Muslims. They take it out of context, and then there's like Christians, and then there's people who take it too far, and it's just the way you hear things, the way it's told to you that makes it your truth, or makes you believe that it is giving you some education or knowledge. But it's all, like I said, it's all up to you. It's how you base. So if you're a grounded person in one side, then nobody can teach you anything, no matter how much facts, or no matter how it'll give you another side of a story. You won't listen to it. It doesn't matter, because you're so grounded in that one side. Anyway, I just wanted to share those books. Pick them up, just read them or listen to them on audio. It'll give you something. Good luck, and we'll talk soon.